Very soon, very soon, I'm going to get good at going live and knowing all of the tips and tricks on checking everything before I just start rumbling at the mouth or rambling at the mouth. One of my subscribers told me that, girl, you are on mute. Oh my God, horrible. But I said I was going to come on here real quick right before I start binge watching my show, The Game. And I wanted to talk about friendship breakups. And it literally just started because I had a conversation with my boyfriend earlier. And he more so just didn't understand when I heard this girl on TikTok was saying that friendship breakups are the worst. And us women, we would typically give our partner more chances than we would give our friend. And I'm going to be honest with you, that is the God honest truth. I've seen it time and times again. Reason being, I've experienced friendship breakups, and I've experienced where I would have thought that my homegirl that I fell out with, that, we would be right back on one accord, maybe a few months will go by, a year, or whatever the case is. We go our separate ways, and then we manage to come back. But life happens, and it just didn't happen that way. So for me, I was just like, you know what? Believe it or not, if my boyfriend was to do something, and I'm not talking about if he was to cheat, it would be like, no, it's a wrap. But if it was something like, we got into a bad argument, and he says something that hurt my feelings, or, the typical stuff that happen in relationships. Certain people have their different deal breakers, but for me, a simple argument is not a reason for me to just be like, I'm done and I'm out this relationship. But if that was to happen with my boyfriend and I would be more willing to go back to him and say, hey, let's talk about this. This is how you made me feel. And hopefully, we can come on the same page and work through this. Now, when it comes to friends, especially like when it comes to women, because I typically don't hear a lot of men going through these type of problems, especially when it comes to friendship breakups. Reason being, men typically, if they're not dealing with you, if they're not cool with you, if they don't like you, they let it be known, and they are not doing the whole, dancing around the situation. It's just, it is what it is. Like, how I feel about you, I know how you feel about me, and we just gonna keep it moving. But when it comes to us ladies, I feel like friendship breakups tend to happen, and they tend to become so bad because we are afraid to just express how we really feel. We expect people or our friends to be able to read our mind. A situation that probably was something very minuscule to us was something very, very big to them. And then it just leaves us in a situation like, which one of us are going to be the adult to actually work this friendship out? Now, the young lady that I saw on TikTok, she was saying how one of her friends, thank you. The whole time I was talking, my phone was on mute. But on TikTok, the young lady was saying how one of her friends that she fell out with a few years back reached out to her. They had a conversation, and they were meeting up to like talk about what went wrong and see if they could be friends again. Now, when I was reading through the comments, a whole lot of people was like, oh, girl, that friendship will never be the same. Oh, why would you even let someone back in? Once they out, it's a wrap. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've had friends that I fell out with. I wouldn't even necessarily say it was a fallout. We both were not on the same page. Like something that I took personal, they didn't take personal. Or better yet, it was just something like we never talked about what went down. And I was, of course, the bigger person. I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I miss you, girl. And they was like, I miss you too. They told me what they had a problem with. And I told them, what I had a problem with. And we both agreed that, hey, we are going to do better at this friendship and we are going to put in the work. So let's pause on that real quick. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That takes a lot of maturity. Hi. Oh, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like the video, Pavel. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. That takes a lot of maturity. The reason why I say it takes a lot of maturity, because a lot of us, we have pride. can you give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Mariah? Shout out to Mariah. Hey, Mariah, girl. Um, but it takes a lot of maturity because a lot of us are afraid to be held accountable, especially when someone comes to us and say, hey, this is what you did to me, and this is how I felt about it. Now, me, I am one, I love to give people the benefit of the doubt, and that's probably why I tend to hold on to a lot of friendships. And I am one that if you stop talking to me, that's the easiest way to cut me off. But if it's a friendship that I sincerely value, I am going to work my hardest at trying to keep that friendship together. But I feel like there's certain friendships, like you just can't force it. I have 4 people on here. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. But I feel like once you get to a certain age, and you know, Maya Angelou, she says this all the time, when someone tell you or show you who they are, please believe them. My boyfriend always tell me that as well. But certain friends or friendships, I feel like they're worth keeping or they're worth working on. Like my best friend, I've known her since I was 2. That is someone that I can see myself doing life with. I can see myself having her at my wedding. I can see her being there when I have my kids and, you know, doing life together. Even if we're on the, you know, on the front porch on our rocking chair, I can see myself doing life with her. And I have quite a few more friends that I can see myself doing life with. But for the friendships that I have lost, and there's quite a few. And crazy thing is, last night I had a dream, and one of my friends that I'm no longer friends with, she was in that dream. And the dream was very, very, I would say eye-opening, weird, crazy, whatever the case is. But I'm just going to say that God was protecting me from something that I just couldn't see in the future, or possibly couldn't even see right now. But a lot of us, we would ignore the signs when it's time to, you know, cut ties with a friendship. And I know I'm probably talking to myself because there's probably a lot of people that I should have been cut ties with, but I still keep holding on to them. And reason being is probably because of me being loyal. It's probably because, again, I'm keep giving them the benefit of the doubt. I feel like they are going to change. Me having abandonment issues, I don't want to be that person to cut the ties with a friendship. So I'm like, you know, just being hopeful. But do you guys honestly feel like, oh, just some guy with no life? Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming and tuning in. But to my question, do you all feel like it's worth holding on to a friendship that has run its course? Like, is it seriously worth it? And, you know, forget about the years you guys have known each other. But if you can tally up all of the things that they've done to you, do you feel like it's worth keeping or holding on to that friendship? Because again, on Instagram, see, just some guy with no life said no. Because on Instagram, I think Justin LeBoy had posted, I'm the type of person, I start tallying up what people have done to me. And when it comes to that point where I've reached my breaking point, I'm like, you know what? You're out of here. I don't know if I'm the only person that that does it or handles it like that. But I literally, maybe if I put a note in my phone, I'm like, okay, on such and such date, this person did this to me, and I'm just going to see what's next, you know. And that's kind of like in a relationship, you know, how you're just waiting for your partner to do something. And once they do it, you're like, you know what, it's deuces. But I don't think that's healthy for you to be waiting or tallying up what your friend or your partner has done. Because at that point, you're going to start having anxiety. You're going to be stressing yourself out. And it's like, you're really not going to be enjoying the friendship. But another reason why I feel like friendship breakup are hard, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Again, I've cried over some friends. Like, seriously cried. I would never forget. We're in 2024. I would say back in 2021, you know, I'm getting a little personal with y'all. Back in 2020 and 2021, probably. I had this friend, me and her, when I tell you, soul sister, that was my girl. Like, I felt like I was going to do life with her. And, you know, she told me, after, you know, we finally spoke, she told me, like, I felt like you just were not there for me. When I needed you to be there, she told me how she was always there for me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, she was always there for me, like, you know, from doing my hair, when I was going through with my mom, she's done life with me. So when it came to that point and she said she no longer wanted to be friends with me, when I tell you, it felt like someone just took my heart and like tossed it. Cause I'm like, damn, what happened? Like, what was so serious to cause you to not want to be my friend anymore? And I remember hitting up her sister, and I was telling her sister, like, hey, me and your sister are no longer friends. I don't know what I did. She expressed to her sister that she no longer wanted to be friends with me. And her sister told me, like, hey, just pull up to her job. And once you pull up to her job, maybe y'all can talk things out. I kid you not, pulled up to her job. And she told me, I no longer want to be your friend. I don't even know who this person is. That's what she told her coworkers. And when I tell you, at that moment, it was like, you know what, damn, this is really happening. Now, just imagine if you're in a relationship and your boyfriend was to do that to you. Like, you get back, you probably did something wrong. You're trying to ask for forgiveness. And they just tell you, like, I'm done with you. I'm straight on you. This is the words of my boyfriend. I'm straight on you. What would you do? Would you still fight for that friendship? Would you like, let it, run its course, and maybe y'all will try and talk again and see if both of you guys have had that heart to heart moment where you feel like the friendship is worth keeping? Like, what would y'all do? Now, for me, I had to suck it up. Homegirl didn't want to be my friend anymore. I mean, I still love her. I still wish her all the best. But when we finally spoke, she was just like, just again telling me how she was always there for me. I'm like, damn. I started looking at myself in the mirror like, damn, was I really not a good friend? Or maybe she had a lot of expectations on me and I didn't know how to show up for her. Just some guy with no life said, I will feel bad, but I would get over it eventually. See, I had no choice but to get over it. Reason being is like, dang, was I still going to sit here begging someone to be my friend when they clearly told me they didn't want to be my friend? Now, that was one friendship that I cried over. Like, I got in my car and I was crying. I even came home and I told my boyfriend, and he didn't too much understand. Like, he didn't really know how to console me because he was like, what the hell are you crying for? Like, that girl don't want to be your friend? Okay, just keep it moving. But I'm like, you just don't understand. Like, I went through life with this girl. Like, this, it hurts. But eventually I got over it, and, I'm still, living my best life. But I would say this about God. God has a sense of humor. A lot of people that I've fallen out with, for some reason, we could live in the same city. Same city. We never tend to bump into each other. I would hear so-and-so like, hey, I seen whatever you want to call it. And I'm just like, damn, I have never seen her or him in the city. I love that for us. I love that for me. I love that for the other person as well. But now I'm going to talk about another friend that that we had a fallout. And again, this friendship, it really did something to me. And my boyfriend and I was talking about it about a week ago. And again, I didn't know what I did out of the blue. It was just like, I'm texting, no response. And I'm like, as us women at this big grown age, I feel like if you don't want to deal with someone anymore, just tell them. Like, that whole ignoring and ghosting is giving very much relationship. We're a little bit too grown for that. Why is it so hard for us to just tell whoever it is, like, listen, I'm straight on you. I no longer want to be your friend. We ran our course, and just keep it trucking. But for some reason, we got to be so extra with it. And I'm starting to see like it's just causing for attention seeking. Like, you want someone to beg you to give them conversation. But nonetheless, this one girl, we've been friends. We were friends for over 10 years. Never had a fallout, never had an argument. We were always just good. Like, hey girl, I'm coming over. Hey girl, you want to go out to eat? We even went to prom. We were like this, best friends, best friends. My mom knew her parents. When she had a death in the family, I was there, and vice versa. But again, out of nowhere, miscommunication, refused to tell me what went down, why we were no longer friends. Now, fast forward, here I am being the bigger person again. I reached out numerous times and I was like, hey, what did I do to you? Why can't we be friends anymore? it was given very desperate from me. Like, girl, do you not know who the hell you are? Why are you begging people to be your friend? But I went to doing all of that, and it turned out to be like she really didn't know why she didn't want to be my friend. And I'm like, wow. If it's so easy for you to cut someone off that you claim to be your best friend, that you claim to wanting to do life with, like, is that even a friendship worth keeping? And thank God for therapy. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if y'all ever experienced going to therapy. I am all for therapy. But my therapist, shout out to Mr. Clifton, and I'm all for a male therapist because he's just going to tell it to me blood raw the way I need to hear it. And he told me, after we went through our whole session about talking about friendship breakups, he told me, like, listen, you are so easily manipulated that you want your friends' validation so much that you will allow them to literally pounce on you over and over and over and over again, even though you know you didn't do anything wrong. Like, you would take full responsibility for whatever the situation may be just because you want to show how loyal you are. When he told me that, I was like, I need help. Why am I holding on to people that I have no business holding on to? Like, it's so hard. But when it comes to relationships, it does not take much for me to just cut ties with people. If I'm in a relationship with a guy, or if I'm talking to a guy and he's doing something that I just do not like, or he's just annoying me, getting on my last nerve, I'm straight on you. It does not take much. It does not take much for me to block your number. It does not take much for me to be like, what am I doing here? But for some reason, when it comes to certain friends, it's hard for me to come to realization that this is no longer going to be that person that I'm doing life with. My God. Maybe I need to find me a show on Netflix or on Amazon Prime that, ties this in together, because I remember on Lifetime. Y'all remember when Lifetime used to have all of those 90s, early 2000 movies? Lifetime used to put us on to so many things, especially, I think there was a movie called, what is it? A Killer Amongst Us, A Killer Amongst Us. And that was a movie when it was talking about the girl, she thought her friends were her friends, and the whole time they was plotting to kill her. That movie right there on Lifetime, it scared the hell out of me. Reason being, that is real life. You would be friends with someone that secretly want your life, and because they are jealous of the way other people love you, the way other people see your light, the way your light shines so bright, they will secretly want to take your life. And Lifetime did what they needed to do with that movie. I might just need to watch that movie all over again. I have 5 people in here. Please like the video. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm getting into TikTok. I'm getting into YouTube. I am more popping on Facebook. Oh, and Instagram. I know how to do my little reels and stuff on Instagram, but for some reason, trying to get used to this YouTube algorithm, TikTok, it is so hard. But when I first started on YouTube, I had my videographer, and I was trying to go with this whole theme of luxury. Like, I wanted to make sure I was always done up. I'm not going to come on here looking raggedy, but I wanted to make sure my makeup was done. I wanted to make sure my hair was done. I didn't even want any kind of frizz when it came to my locks. And that right there, I felt like it set me back so much because I was so stuck in my head like, oh my God, everything had to be perfect. Everything had to be perfect. But I just needed to go. So that's why I'm on here now, just making my lives, talking about random topics, because I'm typically, a random person. Shout out to me being a Gemini. My mind be all over the place. And I just like, giving my opinion on certain things. So I just felt like, hey, you know what? Let me start going live, building my audience. If y'all rocking with me, I'm rocking with y'all. And we'll go from there. Eventually, I will start doing long form videos. but I have to get used to the editing. I have to get used to or comfortable with sitting in front of the camera and recording myself. Doing lives are so much easier. I got a lot of practice from doing lives on my Instagram when it comes to real estate, going through properties. But thank you so much for that compliment. Just some guy with no life. I really appreciate it. It is Friday Eve. I am so excited for tomorrow. I am getting ready to go to Orlando. I'm going to Volcano Bay for my brother's birthday celebration. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Today I went to the gym. And again, like I told you, I'm still trying to get over my fear of getting back into my regimen, you know, working out, eating healthy, lifting weights, because I still keep, every time I look at this scar on my neck, I'm just like, damn, I really went through surgery. But outside of that, I'm just like, you know what? Slowly but surely, I'm going to get better. And once I start lifting back heavy, just wait. The body recomp is about to be crazy. And I'm so excited for it. So excited for it. Actually, I'm doing on the 15th. I just purchased this, it's like this 6-week shred program from, I think her name is like Urban Fit on Instagram. Yeah, something like that. And, you know, they have like this whole community group chat that you're able to go into, but it's a 6-week summer shred. And they give you like your meal plan, the workouts to do at the gym. So I'm very excited about that. And hopefully that's going to push me in the right direction so I can get ready to be back in the gym with my personal trainer this coming August, because I'm trying to be on somebody's island for Christmas, preferably the Bahamas. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I need to go ask my boyfriend, can we please go to the Bahamas for Christmas? Maybe not Bahamas, maybe Turks and Caicos, because I know a lot of people have been going to Turks, but I've heard it's so expensive in Turks. Like, you can't go to Turks with like just $1,000. Like, it's expensive over there. So I'm trying to see what it is. My mom and my sister want to go to Bahamas because they want to see Junkanoo. I haven't seen Junkanoo. And if y'all don't know what Junkanoo is, that's like the carnival thing in the Bahamas. And my sister is just so anxious to go see that all of a sudden. I had asked my dad for me to be in Junkanoo. He was like, no, I don't want you to be in like the little 2 pieces and the little feathers. That's why I need to get my body to be T on point. So once I get it there, I might can, you know, do my little pop-up. Oh, that is the show. Boom, I found it. Insecure. Shout out to Issa Rae. Issa Rae touched on so many issues in friendships. That's the next show. Once I'm done with the game, I'm going to binge watch Insecure, because I feel like when I was watching it the first time, I wasn't really paying attention. I was, but I wasn't. And see how that goes, because that's real life. Juggling life goals, you know. Issa Rae kind of remind me of me, or I kind of remind myself of Issa Rae, however that goes. But yeah, I think that's going to be my next show. Another show that talks a lot about friendship issues, or you can see a lot of friendship issues, is the show Girlfriends. In my opinion, I felt like Joan was such a bad friend. She was so jealous of Tony. Like, girl, you was already a successful lawyer. Tony was about her coins. She wanted a man that, you know, if you ain't a provider, you weren't talking to her. But in my opinion, Joan was not that good of a friend. If we talking about Moesha, I don't feel like Moesha was that good of a friend to Kim. At this big grown age, I'm realizing so much that I ignored in the past while watching these shows. So much. But I think after watching Insecure, I might watch Girlfriends. Like, yeah. But that's all I have for y'all. Let me start watching my TV. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Give me some topic ideas. Again, please like my video. Subscribe to my channel. Your girl is coming back with some hitters Don't know what they might be or what they are going to be, but I am coming back. I'm going to be doing some get ready with me videos. I'm going to be doing some cooking videos. If you guys can go through my page, you will see when I did a cooking video a few months, I think it was about a year ago. And that video was Chef's Kiss, but I'm getting back to doing my content and being consistent. I feel like it's all about consistency. The more I continue doing these videos, these lives, I'm going to get better at it. And then y'all gonna be like, you know what? Started from the bottom and now she is here. So just wait for it. I might even do some like skincare routine too, because I have this pimple right here on my face and I just feel like it needs to go. It really needs to go. Or I might do a video, you know, about my locks while I'm going to get my locks retwisted. I have a retwist appointment on the 22nd with my girl Yaz. If y'all don't know who that is, Ms. Irie on Instagram. Bye, just some guy with no life. Please tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. I do not want to go through this whole month without 500 subscribers. You should do your makeup next live. Let me see where I'm going to do makeup. I might just do makeup just because. I'll do makeup when I'm in Orlando. I'll bring my makeup bag with me in Orlando. I'll have to do it before Saturday. Well, tomorrow night. I'll have to do it. Because Saturday we're going to Volcano Bay. And I know I'm going to be looking like the sun is going to be beating me up. So Friday night I'll be doing a live, doing my makeup, talking random things. You guys can ask me questions. I will answer them on live. And we'll just see how that goes. But until next time.